Oh my god, it's so demonic looking when you drink
What?
water.
I
Oh.
know, right? I have to not drink water while we're doing this.
You should just like full screen Pengu's little VTuber every time she drinks water.
It's- I've already started recording. It caught the spazzing, so like,
Oh,
Oh
great, great,
my
great.
it'll be the
god.
intro. It'll be the intro to the
Just me
podcast. It
spazzing.
just go, oh, what's going on?
Ah!
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. Today is Cinco de Mayo. Not sure if that's important or not, but episode's not coming out today, unfortunately. This is episode 7 of the Alphaz on Deck podcast. Today, we are back at it again. I was going to say this week for some reason. It's not a weekly podcast. Um, we have Pengu back on as a co-host with her new penguin avatar slash VTuber. She's smiling. Look at her.
Ah,
Look at. Oh my god!
look at me.
It's jiggling. It's jiggling. It's jiggling. It's so weird.
This is
Uh,
going to be so distracting throughout this whole
yeah,
podcast.
it's just gonna be. All right, Pengu, do you want to introduce our guest for the episode?
Sure, our guest for the episode is Juice, 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 Juice,
Yeah,
Juice, Juice.
yeah. Hello, hello. Thanks
Hello,
for having
Juice.
me.
Yeah. So we got Juice. We kidnapped her from the space station
Oh.
Discord, and
Mhm.
going forward, I'm probably gonna decommission the Alphas on Deck Discord, and kind of use it just for like production stuff rather than like open to the public. Obviously, if the podcast becomes more popular, I might reevaluate that in the future. But space station Discord, join it. We're all having a good time. We're trying to, do a lot more community things with the Discord and everything. So if you are an alphas and you are interested in being part of something or want to, do something with other alphas, feel free to join. All right, Juice, we are back.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing a podcast.
Word.
All
Okay.
right. So Juice, so you're into XG. How did you discover
Mm.
XG, and how'd you stick around? Because I know you're kind of a newer fan, from what
Yeah.
we've talked about before. Is that right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's kind of like a weird timeline back and forth kind of a thing because I never really got like into them until like I want to say a couple months ago, like 3 months ago, is when I watched Winter Without You. That's when I fully got into them. But before that, it was obviously I think it was tape 4, right? Where it was all 4 of them,
Mhm.
or it was right?
Most
Yeah,
Type 4 is a recent one.
tape 4,
Oh, sorry. No,
whichever one was all 4 of them. There's too
XG.
many numbers, but
it's a C to the
where it was
C-O-N-A.
the
Oh, the
cipher.
tape
Yeah,
That
two,
one.
tape 2.
yeah, the
Yeah,
cipher. The
yeah.
cipher is where I heard it first because at that time I was just discovering like rap and getting into like a whole new different side of the music industry.
Oh
Mm.
my god,
At
you're
that
a
at
new rap head.
technically, yeah. I mean, yeah. But at that time I really only cared about Cocona's part because I was like, wow, like she sounds sick as heck.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then never really like looked or thought about XG since then. And then cut to like a year and a half, almost 2 years later, I see a TikTok of their KCON Japan showcase.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
yeah, it was Hesino and X Gene. I
Yeah.
think that's the performance.
Ooh.
I saw that
KCON?
on TikTok and I was like, it was
Oh,
no,
not
the Japan
KCON then.
showcase,
Oh, they're
not
like
KCON. Sorry.
the Japan showcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that and then I was like, oh, this is really cool. Let me watch this on YouTube. So I went down the rabbit hole. I found the full performance there, and then I found the live version of Winter Without You, and
Oh,
now we're here.
now we're here.
Yeah,
So
and now we're here.
wait, hold up. Let's go back. Let's go back to you.
Yeah,
You're new to rap. What were you?
yeah.
What kind of music were you into before? Like not just XG, but like let's say like last year. Like what were you like 2022? What kind of music were you into then?
2022, that was the year where I was really like mostly listening to rap and discovering like new artists because I grew up like pretty sheltered. You know, my
Mm.
dad's very conservative, so he was like, rap and hip hop not really our thing. And I'm like, okay,
Oh,
well,
gotcha, gotcha.
Mhm.
that. So most before that I was listening to like, 2016 mainstream pop,
Mm.
like Zed and just, all the radio songs that you hear.
Mm. Okay.
Um yeah, and then I just started discovering new artists because I just, music's my thing, so.
Yeah. So you discovered rap, and then through like getting into like rap and rap culture and stuff like that, you discovered
Mhm.
XG as proxy from that,
Yes. Yes.
and now you're a fan. Wow.
And now I'm a fan.
That's
Yeah.
actually kind of crazy to me.
It's a
That
roller coaster, I know.
yeah, no, it's I don't because a lot of people. And we'll get into this later, but a lot of people don't treat XG as their rap, um,
Mhm.
or like hip hop. But it's weird that you made that connection. Like you discovered something new, and then by like proxy, you kind of like
Yeah.
you got into like a whole another group, and now like
Yeah.
there's like K-pop, there's
'Cause
like XG, and there's like all this stuff. Um,
yeah, because it was, like, back then, like, I didn't really know anything about K-pop, and it was
mhm,
just too complicated for me, so I was like, I see them as, like, more rap artists, if anything, because that's all I saw from them at the time.
mm, okay,
It kind of, I feel like XG is kind of like a mix of everything, right? So
Mhm.
it
yeah,
is like what they call X pop because you have a bit of pop, your K-pop, you have rap in there, and then like their
Right,
music
yeah.
isn't just like, oh, is it just like rap beats, or is it all of a sudden you have like, from Shooting Star you go to Mascara to like Hasano,
Mhm.
and you're just like, is that trap? Like, what is
yeah,
this? What are you trying to give us?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's just a mix of everything.
They've tried so many different things. Like yeah, like no, like when X Gene came out, people were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What? um, what else can they do? Sort of thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
so how did you like what from so Winter Without You came out, right? That's like
Mhm.
your solidifying point, right?
Yes.
I'm always very like very just shocked how people get in, cuz like I think me and you, Adeno, we got in during the Shooting Star Left Right era,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
And most of the old people did. But
yeah.
like Winter Without You, I was like,
Old people.
"Oh, Winter
Yeah,
Without You." Old people, we're old.
yeah, we're old.
That's why I'm a penguin. I can't show my old lady face. um
I'm a penguin because I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm a penguin. I'm about this size in real life. I've shrunk. Um yeah, but Winter Without You, that's surprising.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
Winter Without You? What was it that brought you in?
I mean, I grew up and despite having, like, a conservative background, my parents were super into music.
Mhm.
So, like, growing up, I was always surrounded by music and, like, everybody sings and, like, plays an instrument and does stuff like that in music. So hearing, very strong vocals from a group that could also rap, which I found out after, I was like, "Wait, they did that also?" And it was very cool,
Mm,
to see the balance between their skill sets.
Wait, what instrument can you play?
I was gonna ask that too.
Um, Mostly guitar. I can play
Oh,
a bit of ukulele.
Ooh.
I
okay.
tried piano for a bit, and then it broke, and I've
Oh,
Oh,
never tested ever since, yeah.
yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
did you break it?
No, it was just really old.
Mm.
Oh,
We didn't really
okay.
have money to buy another one, so we're like, "Well, it is what it is."
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So what do you like about XG as a group now that you've been like kind of in the fandom for a bit? You've kind
Hmm.
of probably watched. Have you watched like a lot of their like behind the scenes stuff? I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I binged watched, like, all their stuff,
Hmm.
but having to choose, like, one thing that really solidifies for me is so hard because there's just so many things, but I
Uh,
think the one thing I would have to say is their dynamics, the way that they can just go from their dynamics in anything really is go from like hard rap to chill rap
hmm.
to Winter Without You R&B vocals to harmonies to such strong and like headstrong choreo. into like pretty much just chilling in behind the scenes and like they're goofing off and doing everything.
Hmm.
So it's just so like real to me. And I think as a person who's more used to seeing Western artists, they don't really show that a lot over here.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's really cool to see
Yeah.
that, especially over in the East. Even though like reality shows are more normal over there for idols, they're usually very saturated and very scripted most of the times. So it was really cool to see like artists just being artists.
Yeah. I mean, with XG, like they didn't really have like a reality show, but they like had like an actual like
Mm.
scrutinous process that they had to go through.
Yeah,
Um,
they had their documentary.
yeah, it's they're like very well rounded. I think for me, that's like the biggest like surprise was like how good they are at like
Hmm.
multitude of things.
Yeah, like sometimes I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know Jurin and Cocona can dance. But then
Mhm.
I'll see videos of Juria and I'm just like, oh right, Juria can dance too.
I just
Right?
think
Hinata can
of
dance too.
yeah, I just think
Chika,
of that Juria
yeah.
clip from Extra Extra of her saying like, I don't know if I can dance, but you know,
Mhm.
everyone helped me, and I think I can do it. And like now, look at her.
Mm.
Every time it like brings
Yeah.
a tear to my eye.
I
But
think
yeah.
her persona definitely off stage and on stage is like the biggest, like most
Hmm.
drastic change out of all of them, and I think that's sick.
Yeah. Speaking of personas, you have a bias, and this is a
I do.
one of the more popular biases, not Hinata.
Okay, so yeah, I was thinking
Relax, everyone.
even though it's a popular bias, we're surrounded by Hinata fans,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Hinata biases.
yeah,
But
yeah.
this one's our first, right?
Second.
On
Mm.
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It's the second time someone's been this biased. I still know some of
On
the
this
other ones.
podcast,
Yeah,
right?
on the podcast,
Yeah.
on the podcast. So you're a Jurin bias. I went ahead and spoiled
I
it.
am.
I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What made you gravitate towards Jurin other than having the same haircut as her?
Okay, I don't have the same haircut as her. She has a bob, I have a wolf cut. That's the different two entirely different things, first of all.
she had a
But
wolf cut for
He now has a wolf
performance.
cut.
Yeah,
now she has, but before she had a straight cut bob,
yeah. I,
which is iconic, by the way.
I was watching the Nike video and she had a wolf cut in that too. I think the one where
Hmm.
they like the behind the scenes Nike, right?
Mhm.
I think since she's had it since like winter.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
she's gonna keep it.
Um,
This is the new evolution of Jurin.
yeah. She looks great in it. But what I think, what did gravitate me?
Her
She is
face.
Jurin.
Again, a TikTok edit.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. It was an edit of Jurin. I was like, damn,
Wait, wait.
who is
Is
this
it the
girl?
snowboarding one? It's the
Yes,
snowboarding
actually,
one.
yes, it
Yeah,
was. Yes, it
I
was.
knew it.
It was the
I knew
snowboarding.
it.
I saw it and I was like, who is like ripping up in the snow right now, like nonchalantly? And then I like clicked on the hashtag. It said hashtag Jurin, and I was like, who's Jurin? And I clicked on it and I was like, oh, she's so pretty.
Hmm.
And I was like, her stage presence too is just immaculate. So
You mean to tell me Jurin is a snowboarder?
yeah.
It's crazy.
I just don't know this at all. Every time, man.
Did you know that Jurin was a professional snowboarder?
Had no idea. This is the
That's
first time I've heard
crazy.
about this.
Yeah.
Shock
That's so
face.
crazy because I honestly didn't remember which edit it was until you said the snowboarding one. And so you just
Because that's
unlocked
what
like
all
a memory
Jurin
right there.
biases
Hmm.
remember too.
Valid,
It's
honestly. Yeah.
it's that snowboarding one, and the background music is to Pony
Oh
by
wow.
Genuine.
Is it?
I think so.
The
Yeah,
fact that
that's
Pengu
why I
knows
know.
this, I always accuse Pengu of being a Jurin bias, but this is like, this is like,
No, I'm OT7, so I know all of them.
you know all of
All
them.
of them.
Okay,
I know
she
every
studies every
every
night.
scene. Yeah, I know
The
every
penguin
scene that makes people love these girls
There you
because
go.
I love them all equally,
There you
the
go.
and
penguin
I
hears all and
stand by
sees
that.
all
The
and knows
penguin,
all.
Yeah. See y'all.
the way
They're
it's
all.
moving.
Take a drink of water right now.
Yeah,
And we'll
no,
see.
then I'd
We'll
I'd
see.
spaz out. Look at this. Ah! Oh,
Oh,
But yeah, it was
so
definitely the snowboarding one.
yeah, snowboarding one. What else about Jurin? Or was that like it?
It was probably the fashion taste too.
Yeah,
Because
she's
I
got crazy
also
fashion
am
taste.
really, yeah, I'm also really into fashion. And then I saw some of her like her looks, and I'm like, whoa, this is a really cool piece. Let me like look up this piece. It's like a $500 pair of shoes from some brand that
Hmm.
I've never heard of in my life, and I'm like, okay, well, never
The
buying
yes.
that ever.
the crazy thing is like, like some people have dug up like their old pictures and stuff from like high school and like before they were
Yeah,
like part of
debuted.
XG and stuff, and she always had
Uh-huh.
that kind of flavor, like the fashion flavor. Um, it's still like
Hmm.
I could never like first I'm too poor. Two, I have no fashion sense whatsoever. Like my fashion sense nowadays is wearing a hat and then wearing an XG shirt. Like that's it now, which is good fashion,
It's your
but
Yeah,
whole
that's
wardrobe.
valid. That's valid.
You open up your closet and it's like the same t-shirts. It's
yeah,
like
it's the same.
SpongeBob wardrobe.
It's just
It's
like
the same t-shirts
80
on you.
XG t-shirts in different colors. But yeah, so you're part of our space station community. You're
Mhm.
part of Alpha's community. You're on the Alpha's app. I've seen you
Yes.
on Twitter. Not gonna reveal yourself, but like, um,
Yeah.
seen you like a lot of different places as far as like alphas go. What made you want to actually be part of the community rather than just kind of like, oh, I like their music, I listen to their music, but now you're part of like chatting with other people. You're on a freaking podcast.
I know. How did I get here,
How
really?
did you get here?
Uh,
Got pulled right in.
I honestly, it was accidental curiosity.
Mm,
Um, so when I was binge watching like literally all of like the XG documentaries, the extra XG, the vlogs, and all the behind the scenes stuff, I came across Nate's meet and greet video, and I was like, oh, I've actually never seen like a meet and greet, and I'm curious on how they go. And then so he kept talking about the Discord, and at first I was like, oh, okay, Discord, they have cute little memes, and probably like I know how Discord works, like
hmm
they probably have like memes and stuff. And then I looked in the description, and I was like, you know what, I'm curious to see like what it looks like for a, even though they're not K-pop, for like a girl group's fandom to look like within like a Discord and a community. So I joined, and then I originally wasn't planning on saying anything just because I'm normally like pretty shy around like newer people. I like
hmm
to read the room first. Um,
But here you
but
are.
I yeah, I know. Here I am. But I joined, and then everybody was actually so friendly. Everybody welcomed me. I got like 50 different ats from people that I don't know just saying hello, and I'm like, oh, I guess I mean like I can't be rude. I can't not say hi.
Yeah,
And then I started making memes, and now here we are.
yeah. Because I remember when you first joined, that was also the time of the small hinata meme going around, and
Yeah,
then you were
Yeah.
making like find the hinata like little sheets
yeah.
or
It was
like
like
pictures.
like a little Where's Waldo, but with
Yeah,
small Hina.
yeah. No, I
Yeah,
remember that.
I thought that was
uh,
the funniest thing.
yeah, no, it is. The thing is, like, a lot of people were looking forward to it, like, whenever you'd make it, like, oh, where's the next one? Where's the next one? So, yeah.
We're a
People stopped doing it.
community.
Community, woo!
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Join.
Maybe I'll bring it back one day. We'll see.
You'll have to do like some notes, like a random other meme that comes up, and then you have to like find it.
Mhm.
Like
Well, the girls give us. They're letting us eat quite a bit recently. Eh? They're just
True,
feeding us
yeah.
really good food.
mhm,
We got our tapes and stuff, and I we just got to move, and
mhm.
I'm hoping new Voxes come out. But
Fox.
what? Yeah, fingers crossed. I have a list of songs I really want to hear from
Mm.
the vocalist. But which one is like out of like all the XG stuff you've seen? What's your favorite XG moment, Juice?
Oh my gosh. Like top of all time?
Top of all time, not including the snowboarding Riz
The
Jurin video.
snowboarding Riz.
That's what it is.
Yeah, probably during 3 meals a day. I think this is the last episode. when they had their challenges to do, and then
Mhm.
it was the morning of when they all had to line up to like prove that they did their challenges. When Chisa just MMA Jurin, honestly, because she,
I
it was so funny because they were all just standing there like minding their business until the song started playing, and they just like ran out as if the house was on fire. But Chisa really had no reason to just like completely TKO Jurin. I
what
still think about it like
Hilarious.
at night
what's
in
so
my
funny
bed.
is that is like that whole like 10-30 second like whatever period is like the most meme thing
Mhm.
ever. Like it's all
It
around
was
because it's
so
not just like
chaotic.
you see that happen and sometimes people miss it because other people
Uh-huh.
like focus on like uh Maya running across the screen running,
Maya,
yeah,
Maya
Uh-huh.
jumping out
or
the window.
they're them trying to
It was like,
grab Hinata's foot and she's like nope, and then
Oh
walks and
my gosh.
she's like she knows she's not gonna win but she's still trying to get in line.
who was the one who was like, who just was it Cocona who just walked out? She was just like, yeah, I got this.
It
I
was
think
it
her
was
and
Just flipped out.
Hinata.
it was also Harvey and
Yeah,
Hinata.
Harvey, like
That
they're
one was
all
really
so
funny.
chill.
Everyone's so chill.
the
Oh, I remember
the
that episode. That was
MMA,
hilarious.
it's such a
I
good
think
moment.
another one, my second favorite was the Extra Go series when they were like in a park at night and it was like the ghost hunter
Oh.
looking type thing. I
Yeah.
just thought it was so funny because the person that was in the little like ghost outfit trying to chase him around, I just think it was so funny 'cause I'm thinking about how like I would react
Mm-hmm.
if I were in their shoes. I would fully, this sounds so mean, but I would fully start chasing the person in the ghost
Mm-hmm.
outfit just for jokes because I think it was so
Ooh.
funny to me. I'd be like, whoa, 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 come back! Fully yelling.
What's crazy
But yeah,
about
those
that
are really
scene is
funny.
like Cocona showed like no signs of fear with that, but then like I think the next episode, the zombie one, she's like completely terrified to be blindfolded. Is so like two
Yeah.
different
Which
sides
one
of
was that?
her. Hmm?
Which one was that? The zombie one. There was a
I think
zombie
it
one.
was
Uh,
episode
it was
four
Oh,
or
episode
five.
oh,
I think it
yeah.
was
4.
four.
The
I
one,
think it was four.
the
Yeah. When they were
where
in the
she was
spa.
blindfolded and she had to like find people, and
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
just looked like a
That
little
was also really
baby,
funny.
little baby
When they
wandering
started
around.
Mm-hmm.
when they started
Like,
doing the choreo behind her, I was crying.
It never
and
gets
she's
old.
she's
Uh,
trying to be like all tough. She's like, go,
she's like,
gar,
"Rawr,
gar. And we were like,
rawr."
ooh, tiny baby's trying to get us. Oh, what a
uh,
cutie.
truly acting like older sisters. It's so
Mm-hmm.
funny.
Yeah. They're definitely picking on her because they realized they could. Yeah.
Ah, so many favorite XG moments.
The
Yeah,
shows are
there's a
so
lot of good
good.
ones.
But I was did you like the one where I always mention it when they have to choose their partner for the canoe in X or Go?
Oh god.
Yes.
And
Oh,
Jurin,
yeah.
Jurin was like, I pick
Immediately.
Hinata.
She knew. She
Harvey's
knows
just
Harvey
standing
so
there.
well.
She's a
Harvey's standing
survivalist.
there
What can you say? Yeah.
like so shocked, like, well, I thought we were friends. And Jurin's like,
And then we
yeah,
find out
no, not on
why.
this boat.
We find out why, like later on in the
We do
episode.
find out why.
All right. So we're gonna take a quick break right there. And then we'll get back to our first topic. All right. So we're gonna get into our first topic here, with everyone. And I think no better to start it off with is Juice and Pengu. Uh, First topic. What is XG's concept?
Oh,
It's a hard one, right?
that's a
So
that's a
like
loaded question.
it is because they've popped into the scene. They've established themselves as a hip hop and R&B Y2K flavored group. Um, does that really still hold true for the most part?
I think I said a little bit before we started recording that I thought it is kind of like a mishmash of a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mhm.
call it, like Simon calls it X pop, but like there is that hip hop R&B Y2K identity to it. But
Right.
then they're not strictly hip hop R&B like music.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mhm.
I wouldn't classify let's say like
I
Shooting Star, would that be like purely hip hop or is
I
that like
I think
that's just pop?
I feel like that's Shooting Star. I feel like is where a lot of the Y2K aspect came from, as well as
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
the R&B lyrics, like the styling of the lyrics, not actual like R&B lyrics, but like the actual
Mhm.
like flavor of the lyrics. And then like it starts off so heavy with like the Jurin and Cocona rap parts that like
Mhm.
Mhm.
you feel like it's hip hop, R&B, Y2K, like everything summed up into one. But I wouldn't call it that. I feel like it's still like pop, right? Um, but it's still got like the flavors.
Mhm.
It still has the flavors, but like I feel like a lot of people have touched on this issue before, especially since a lot of people see hip hop and rap and R&B, like the birthplace of it is in US, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these girls
Mhm.
are obviously not from the US,
Yeah.
right? Except for Maya,
Right. Yeah.
who's
Should
like
we joke?
American schooled, right?
Yeah.
But like all joking aside, they're Japanese, they were brought to Korea, they're taught how to speak Korean and English, and they they rap and do this kind of music. So it's hard for you to really classify them, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I feel like X pop is appropriate. Um However, they all have their strengths, right? I don't know. What do you think, Juice?
I would say, I mean, I agree. Their genre is very hard to like define as one thing, especially nowadays, music isn't so like one lane anymore. It's
Mm-hmm.
very diverse. And that's what their discography mostly is. It's just diverse and it's honestly whatever they want to do. Um but yeah, I would say that a lot of their music is not necessarily using, because for some reason using sounds like a manipulative word, but more like choosing to have hip hop and R&B as their foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Hmm.
whenever they're making songs, they're usually starting with like a beat, and that's most of the time a hip hop or R&B beat. So, but yeah, I would totally agree with you with that.
I think Japan, although not seen as like a big hip hop and R&B thing, they've kind of developed their own like hip hop and R&B. Cuz like I think going back to the 80s, like they like obviously got introduced to it because of the connection to like America and everything. Um
Hmm.
but like I think Utada Hikaru, like she was like a big proponent, like someone who pushed R&B into like the Japanese market, especially like, if
Hmm.
you're Kingdom Hearts era, like we know who that is. So, um I feel like since then like Japanese R&B has actually taken off really well overall.
Right.
Obviously I've
Yeah.
like dipped in and out of it over the years. Just like everything else I've done. But I think it's still like there and it's like their own flavor. To me, XG feels different from that. Cuz like, they're going for the global aspect of it. They are trying to like mass appeal in a different way. Um and I do think the Y2K thing is probably the most important aspect of it. Rather
Mm.
than just like hip hop or R&B, cuz like I don't know if you guys are following the Adore like New Jeans company versus Hybe stuff.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like their New Jeans CEO is saying that they stole their Y2K concept and it's like they're making very similar music to New Jeans, right?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh that's already first off that's already kind of strange to say, even though like it might be true. It's strange to say cuz like nothing should be off limits in that way where it's like a concept for like a specific era. And also like it's popular for a reason, right? You're gonna
Hmm.
always have like copycats if something's popular enough. So I feel like with XG, I don't think it's their true like their only identity. I do think, like what Juice was saying, like they've experimented with other things. Like Pengu said that too. New DNA itself, like that whole mini album was pretty much experimenting different things,
Mhm.
including
Mm.
rap. So I do think it's like it's still pretty open. Like I don't think it's like their only thing that they're good at.
Mm. I think that their entire Y2K identity is always going to be their foundation because
Mm-hmm.
they all grew up in the 2000s, and
Mm-hmm.
the biggest trends that were happening in the 2000s was Y2K, and Y2K originally sourced a lot of its trends sourced from Japan with
Mm-hmm.
Tamagotchis and a whole bunch of Japanese products being imported over to the West.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with the internet at that time booming, it was very easy for the West to go and adapt that Y2K style, and which I assume is probably the biggest reason why uh, XG just like gravitates towards that Y2K style, since they want to appeal to the West because they
Mm-hmm.
could kind of find something that they're familiar with in the West, which is
Yeah.
that Y2K style. So I think it's almost like at home for them,
Yeah. I
which I
mean,
think works very well.
they also got all those boomers into it, so they know what they're doing.
True, yeah.
Uh,
The boomers and
We're like,
younger people,
oh, that
because
sounds
I also
familiar.
grew up in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I know this beat.
It's Sierra.
hey, that's not boomer era. That's like our
It's
It's
era.
definitely
boomer.
not.
That's millennial era.
Yeah, same
Like,
thing, same thing.
wow, you're gonna go there.
It's hey, I go to work and they call me a boomer, okay? Like it's
Oh, rough, rough.
so it's all the
Oh,
same. If you're not like current gen, it's like Pokemon. If you're
oh
not
yeah.
current gen, you're old.
I think I think that's what works so well for them too, was that the 90s and the 2000s and that whole entire Y2K era just like is kind of like hand in hand with older people and the younger generation,
Mm-hmm.
because they both love different aspects from that same era.
Yeah.
Like older people usually they grew up loving like the music mostly, and they're the ones doing the fashion trends,
Mm-hmm.
while the younger people were like, infants at the time.
Mhm.
Uh they would see those older people and be like, "Wow, I want to be like them when they grow up."
Yeah.
So it's very cool to find an era where both generations are able to agree.
You know what's funny? Because I've actually thought about this, and this has like nothing to do with XG. It has more to do with like how trends and like certain eras like to repeat themselves as like a fashion
Mhm.
trend. So like
Mhm.
I think like last decade or so, like 2010s or so, 80s fashion started coming back, and then like Stranger
Mhm.
Things like made that even like
Right.
more of
Yeah.
a thing, right? Uh, when I was growing up and like late 90s to like early 2000s, like the Y2K era, pretty much. N- Old Navy brought back the flared jeans, and every single girl at school would be wearing those flared like jeans that like flare out at the bottom.
Like
And
bell
Mhm.
bottoms.
yeah, well, it's kind of like yeah,
Essentially,
yeah.
yeah.
Is that what's called? I
Man, I'm aging myself.
Uh, I mean,
but it was
bell
popular in the
bottoms and
70s.
flares are like cousins. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, like they were wearing them and they like brought it back into fashion. Uh, Old Navy
Mhm.
specifically did it, and then like almost every girl at school had them for that period for at least like a year or so.
Mhm.
Then they're obviously not cool
Now
again.
everybody's in wide-legged jeans.
Yeah,
And baggy.
I
Yeah.
can't wait until like 20 years from now, skinny jeans come back, and then
Oh God.
yeah.
What? What's wrong with skinny jeans?
No, like the super skinnies. The
Nothing.
super skinnies.
Nothing.
The ones where it's
Absolutely
like you can't even
nothing
fit your
wrong.
phone in your pocket.
Oh my gosh. There was
Ah,
this trend for some reason, at least at my when I was in high school. It was these guys would wear these like the ribbed skinny jeans,
Oh.
and they would sag them, and
Mhm.
I'd be like, "What is going on here?" It
Yeah.
was the most disgusting thing ever.
No, I remember that. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Mm. Okay. Um,
But flared bottoms never went out of style. I will say that though.
yeah, I think they still like people still wear them. It's just not the
Mhm.
extremes that they used to be. Um,
True.
but yeah. So XG's concept, getting back on the topic, XG's concept. So through Tippy Toes, Mascara, all their songs. Winter Without You, R&B. It's got like heavy
Mhm.
R&B flavor.
Hmm.
I felt like Shooting Star, Left Right, way more R&B flavor than Shooting Star, obviously.
Mm.
New DNA mixed bag. It was like a mixed bag of things. Like the, it wasn't like
Yeah.
one particular uh like genre that they were going for, but we definitely see them excel at the R&B Y2K genre. Um,
Mhm.
so with that said, kind of next little topic is like, where do you think the girls are at this point? I know, like, we obviously haven't gotten like the second round of Voxes, second round, third round, because they did like one and then yeah, okay, yeah, third round of Voxes, but we've gotten their tapes, right?
Hmm.
And through the tapes, we
Mhm.
actually see their improvement outside of like just pure studio. It's like them in their element. Um,
Right.
First tape, Jurin, Harvey, Chill Bill. Tape two, the most famous one, got a lot of people into XG. Um, and then tape three, what came out last year, it was at HITC New York that they revealed it. Like it didn't even come out on YouTube yet, and people were like, "Wait, what's this?" Like no one knew what it was. Um,
Mm.
Which one?
Tape three. So
Oh, really?
yeah, if you watch like HITC New York specifically, those fan cams, they performed it live
Hmm.
before the YouTube version came out.
Uh,
Because I was like, "What is this? I don't know what this is." And then like everyone was like hype when the actual video came out for it.
Mm.
Because so I have the dates on the thing, June 1st and 2nd for those for tape three, right?
mhm.
HITC New York was like, I think 2 weeks before that.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that's
that
pretty
was
cool.
actually a pleasant surprise for a lot of people. It's the same thing as
Mhm.
what is it? Stand by me? Is that the
Just
song?
stand up.
Just stand up. Just stand up. Wow.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Just
Stand
stand
by
up. Yeah.
me.
Stand by me. Okay.
That would be great if they did that though.
Yeah, no, it
Stand
would.
by me.
Just
Um,
stand up in Sydney was the first time they did that too, I think.
And the last time,
No, they did it
no,
at
it
their
wasn't. It
showcase.
wasn't. Yeah, no, it wasn't. They did the showcase.
Yeah.
I'm still upset we didn't have a studio recording of that, but
Yeah, no. It would be
whatever.
nice.
That would be
Uh,
nice.
but yeah, like going through the tapes, where do you guys see them improve? And like, is there anything in particular that you've noticed going through like back in time to their
we
beginnings?
do we talk about the new tapes too?
We'll do that after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, where are they going with that? The tapes are the rappers, right?
Yes.
So I don't know. I feel like just like their growth and their evolution,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, I feel like at the very beginning, they're all trying to find their feet with their tapes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um, they just they get better at it. They enunciate better. They know how they feel their flow. They just get more comfortable with their with their rapping,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm gonna have to say Jurin is just A1 flawless in a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these. Like
There it
it's
is.
just there it is, right? I'm gonna be dropping tons of these gems. Um, but she's just it's and I'm thinking about tape 4 too. So I'll talk about that later, but just it's I can see that she's evolved, but it's been like such a small jump
Yeah.
from from her beginning tapes,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And she's already been like, okay, this is where I'm at. I'm honing my craft, but there isn't too much more that like I'm going up, right? But I can see like Harvey has Harvey's like gotten more comfortable with it. Cocona's always been like super comfortable with it, but she's like, I think
Right.
she's been practicing more, and like I know English is not their first language, and I feel like with time and with their growth, it shows that their rapping gets better, their wordplay gets better, and like shout out to the people that write the raps, right? We
Mhm.
still don't know who they are, but I know like Show You
Mhm.
Can, Kokona and Maya had writing credits. One day, hopefully, we'll see the writing credits for all of those tapes, eh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's rumored that Day Day has a lot of input in the Day Day from Simon's Dalmatian group. Because he's part of like the xgalx like production team, and a
Mhm.
lot of people
Hmm.
say that he's like should be given a lot of credit for the rap lyrics in general.
Hmm.
So I
I don't know
think
much about Day Day.
I don't know either. It's actually hard to find information on him, unfortunately. Outside of like his Instagram, I think.
Hmm.
But I think a lot of people are like they think it's him, um, helping them write it or just writing it outright.
It would. It definitely would have to be a lot of. It would be someone around like my generation. I feel because like
That's Dalmatian.
yeah, well, because of the lyrics, right? You have
Hmm.
to, and you. I feel like you have to be deep in American culture to understand some of it, right?
Hmm.
Or
Right.
at least
Yeah.
deep in the rap culture because like their lyrics call back to they do the callbacks to previous lines, which is like something that old rap artists would do,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of their like tape 1, tape 2, tape 3, like they'll I can't think of one example right now, but I remember being like, "Oh, this is um oh, Conan Jurin for nothing, right?"
Hmm.
Um they use Nore's beat and they
Hmm.
also know Nore's music quite well, right?
Hmm.
And all
Mhm.
the double entendres in it. That's very much like that's difficult to write,
Yeah.
right? And it's something
Yeah.
you have to be knowledgeable about the culture for.
Yeah.
I don't know about like K-pop rap lyrics, but K-pop rap lyrics doesn't have that same history flowing through it. I feel,
Yeah. They're
right?
nothing like that.
Yeah, like they're very much like it's
It's
very like surface level kind of rap. It rhymes. Oh,
if it's
it
in
gives.
Korean, I feel like it is almost always better than if they rap in English because I feel like the
Hmm.
English raps are pretty weak, especially if
Hmm.
it's a girl
Mhm.
group. It's like,
But not
mm,
these ones, not the tapes, right?
yeah, not the
Because
tapes.
it's yeah, lyrically the tapes, you're just like, okay, someone put some thought into this,
Hmm.
right? And that's why I really
Yeah.
feel like whoever is writing it, whether it's the girls or someone else, they have an education on rap and hip
Hmm.
hop. And like especially how like old rap artists and hip hop artists wrote their lyrics,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, I will say though, like whenever the girls like are on one of those interview shows or like they talk about like the music they're listening to, they
Hmm.
always say things that I don't expect them to. Like I'm always surprised to hear like they know something or they've heard a song that's like from way back when
Mhm.
or
And
like
and
or like compare and like also like just as new songs. Like they listen to everything. It's crazy.
Mhm.
when they had to recognize like old songs like 90s 2000 songs
Hmm.
and Jurin immediately recognized Erica
Erica
Badu,
Badu,
like
yeah.
honestly
Yeah.
I was
did
thinking
not
the same
expect her
thing.
to.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you actually recognize Erica Badu, so like you've listened to it and you know that song." I
Mhm.
was I was very surprised. I
Yeah.
shouldn't be. Like
No,
I hope
because
Aaron
it's
doesn't
like
watch this.
because it to me like we're going back to like XG's identity. Like I feel like they listen to the stuff that they sing. I feel like it's
Mhm.
more than just like a job for them. They're trying to embody it
Mhm.
because I see them like actually enjoying the music outside of like their job.
Mhm.
Like they don't just like clock in
Yeah.
and then they turn on a switch. They are always clocked in, like Girl Gang.
Mhm.
And then yeah, it's just from there.
Yeah. It's like a second nature to them.
Yeah. It's just part of who they are. Um
That's one of the mysteries that I want to solve. Where I really want to. I'm like nobody's interviewing them and asking them like, what, where does this come from?
Like how they
Like
I
where
think
does this? Yeah.
I think
Sorry.
I think
I've
it's
heard. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Juice.
yeah. I was just gonna say I think it's I don't know. I from the people of my generation that I've talked to that also share the same interest in like fully into music like from almost any generation. Like I had a time in my life where I listened to a lot of like 1950s like jazz and at one point I listened to like island music from the 90s all the way to like to the 2000s. So it's I feel
Mhm.
like it's a generational thing because nowadays because music is so diverse, it opens up a lot of lanes and a lot of paths to discover new things. And I think it just like it's very easy for people nowadays to just fall into like different genres and just be obsessed with them for a while and then go, "Oh my gosh, I like this, so I might also like this genre." So that's what happens to me. So that's what I assume is would be the same for them too.
That's actually a really, really good point. Music is a lot more accessible nowadays,
Hmm.
like across the world. Not just
Yeah.
like because like before, I talked about like how Japan got introduced to hip hop in the '80s, and that was from people like people in the army and stuff like that stationed in the bases, like kind of exposing that to them. But like now,
Mhm.
they just go online and then they see it, like it's
Yeah, you can
there,
find like anything.
just YouTube.
I think I think what's so cool about it is that this is gonna sound like so oddly poetic for no reason, but I consider music to be a language.
Yeah.
And for the people that like speak it, which I think honestly the girls are well versed and obviously speak it. Um, for all the people that do speak the language of music, it's very easy to just connect with other music lovers and just find things from the depths of nowhere.
Yeah. No. Um. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take a quick break there. And then when we come back, we'll talk about tape 4 because that's
Mhm.
the next biggest step that just recently released, and I'm sure you guys are, wanting to talk about that. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Sounds good.
Woo.
all right. So this little next little part right here, that was too many prepositions in that sentence. We're gonna talk about tape 4. It just came
Yay.
out a couple weeks ago, April 23rd through the 26th. They dropped all five tapes in
Mhm.
consecutive order for each of the rap line members, and then one together that they did. So we had Harvey with Big Mad, Maya with Million Cash, Cocona with Dirt Off Your Shoulders, Jurin Still Hot. Um, y'all have anything good to say or bad to say? Who knows about
We
tape
gonna
4?
talk about them in order.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
let's go. Let's go. Harvey, Big Mad. What do you guys have to say?
Womp womp.
Okay, womp womp.
Love it.
that is a
That's
big thing
it.
that came out
That's the
from.
podcast.
That's the
That's a
podcast. All
go
right,
ahead and hate
pick it
anthems.
up.
That's it. Goodbye, guys. That's the
Yep.
end of the podcast. Womp womp.
I
No,
will say. Go ahead.
I just like we talked about in the tapes and how I'm like some whoever is writing this is doing their homework like lyrically just very good. Just this is perfect for Harvey. I
Mhm.
love her voice. Um
Which
and
she talks about that in the rap itself. Like people don't
Mm.
like her
They
voice.
don't like my tone as if it's pitch black.
Yeah.
yeah, I love it and I feel like that's why I love all of them because I feel like if one of them left, it just it would change the music so drastically. Like Harvey injects such such I don't know, a je ne sais quoi to the XG music.
She's spicy. She's
Yeah,
tasty.
she's spicy. Like, and her voice is just very, very unique,
Hmm.
right?
Mm,
I
I feel like,
I
mhm.
like her voice. Like
hmm
at first you're like, wait, what's going on? Is this an anime character? But then like she she gets into it and it's like actually enjoyable to me.
and I was watching a
Mm.
couple of reactions, and they did pick out some Drake lyrics, and I know you're like,
Hmm.
Drake is dead, let him die, right? But Harvey on the gram like Aubrey, I was like,
Yeah.
girl, you shouting out my boy Drake from Toronto.
There's like a lot of like secret bars that like unless you like look at
hmm
the lyrics or like listen to it a bunch of times, you don't pick up on it and then you just have like
hmm
that click
Yeah.
moment. Do y'all have like a favorite bar from Harvey's?
I do,
I
but
would
Juice, go
You
first.
do? Okay. I would say my favorite when I listened to it the first time was Petty to Their Toes, No Pedicure, No Saving 'Em.
Yes,
And that
same,
one,
That
yeah.
one.
same.
I was
Yeah.
actually gonna pick
So,
that one.
I think
It
the
was so
one
like,
that really, like, solidified that for me was when I listened to it and I, like, broke it down in my head. I'm like, "Petty to their toes, no pedicure, no saving 'em."
Yep.
yeah,
Petty to their toes is, like, saying, "Oh, you're petty, like, head to your toes, like, you're just being petty." And
yep.
then the next bit goes, "No pedicure," like,
Yeah.
going to the
Double
salon, getting your pedicure.
entendre.
Head to toes, even getting your toes cleaned, you can't even get that pettiness out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
Which was
saving
like
them.
I was like, "That goes kinda hard," and, like, a pedicure can't save you because 'cause you're just petty head to your toes.
that was
What's
just
So,
lyrically such genius,
that was
right?
yeah, that was very clever, and I
Petty
was
to
like,
the crib,
"That's
petty.
good."
oh my
Like,
god.
I was like, oh man. Like, and I know a lot of people love the womp womp. This is a go ahead and hate
Mhm,
anthem, which I love. I love it, right? And I love
mhm,
how that half Asian, half Aussie alien, that
yeah,
that cadence there. Wow, like that really
yeah,
brings that big mad together, right?
Mhm.
But like just that line, petty to their toes, no pedicure,
no
where it's
pedicure,
like
no saving
no
'em,
saving them. I was like, oh, we're done. We're done here. Harvey out.
yeah.
Harvey's Harvey's dropped the
Yeah,
mic and left the building. That was
What's
really good.
What's really crazy is I've watched like a lot of reaction videos on these tapes, obviously, because like you have to.
that's what we do.
Yeah, that's
hmm
what we do. Uh, and we're starved for content. We want more constantly. But yeah, like I've watched a lot. I've watched like different types of people, and I haven't really seen anyone catch that bar. Like even like the
Mhm,
rap heads like haven't really like caught that bar because they'll break it
yeah,
down like one by
No,
one, and
I'm gonna
there's
send
very
you guys
few.
like a reaction later of these three guys going through the tapes, and they
Mhm.
did break that one down. And I
Yeah.
feel like they're legit hip hop heads, and they caught a lot more of the references than a lot of other people did. So
mm,
I don't
Hmm.
remember who they are right now, but I'll go through my watch history.
Yeah, it's actually like the people who caught it. It's actually like pretty. I didn't listen to a lot of people that like caught it.
Oh,
Um,
I think there's
mm.
a J. Cole reference in this too, in Big Mad.
I
No off
think
season.
so. Oh,
I gotta go back on that. I don't quite remember what it was, but yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
it's.
'cause it wasn't off season like a J. Cole album?
I think so.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
think
the
that's
off
it. Yeah.
season by J. Cole.
The
I listened
the
to this album. I love this album.
the other line or bar I want to point out is, "I be in my own lane, swerving on them zigzag."
When Autumn zigzag.
Yeah. It's like you think of like lanes as like lane, but she's like zigzagging. It's like it doesn't matter. It's I own the whole road.
hmm
What's even funnier is, I think back to this one XG interview where they were asked, where they get most like, what time and place or, like, what setting do they get most of their inspiration? And
Hmm.
then Harvey said, "When I'm driving." And then
Yeah.
everybody was like, "You don't drive?
Yep.
You
Like
don't know how
you're
to
Yeah.
drive." She's
It's
like,
like
driving.
what do you
"No,
mean
I
drive?
don't."
And I love how Jurin, Harvey's like, no, no, I don't. And you're like, what?
"I don't drive."
What do you mean? Hmm, hmm. Right?
So funny to
Ah,
me.
But what about Maya though?
Oh, we
Let's
want to
move
get
on to
into
the next
Maya.
one. Maya.
All right,
Yeah,
let's do
because
it.
like we can spend forever on Harvey, right? And I'm
Hmm.
like,
Mm.
I better not because I can just stay on that pedicure line forever.
So
Uh,
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So I know we're not supposed to rank them,
Oh, okay.
but
Oh, you're doing
my
this now. Okay.
well, no, I know. I'm just gonna put it out there that Maya was my favorite. I'm just gonna
Your
put it
favorite.
out there because I know like a lot of people, it's like tied between obviously all of them, but
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
like Maya's was chef's kiss. Like it was so good to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, what's about me? What do you guys have to say?
Hers was. I don't even know how to describe it. Because all of them are so like even if we were to rank them, which I'm not going to because
Yeah,
they're so good.
obviously, yeah.
Uh,
Mhm.
if we were to rank them, like they're all so close together that like it wouldn't be a 1, 2, 3, and 4. It would be like a 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3,
Hmm.
1.4 because they're also talented in their own way. Um,
It's also like
but I think my favorite.
different like flavors to it too. Because like if you
Yeah.
like a certain,
Yeah,
because I'm just gonna like I'm sorry to cut you off, but like I know some reactors they're
no, you're
like they
good.
grew up in like Brooklyn or something like that, so they like that like New
Uh-huh.
York sound to their rap, and they don't like
Right.
vibe for the other stuff. It's just like a flavor that yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump on that where I won't rank them because I feel like their rap styles are so different. It's
Hmm.
like the difference between being like, "Hey, do you like Biggie or do you like
Tupac.
Tupac?" Right? And you're like, "But they're two complete
They're two
the
entirely
Yeah.
sounds
different.
are
Yeah.
too different. They're both super talented and it's now just a preference of what do you like their
Yeah.
sound? Do you like how Biggie is lyrically? Do you like how Tupac, how he sounds? Like, what is it that makes them better, right? Are they
Hmm.
better or are
Mm-hmm.
they just different? And they're all so different. Like Maya raps
Yeah.
very different
Hmm.
from everybody else. Like
Yeah.
she's
Mm-hmm.
a spit like this, but look like that, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
girl, get out of
Yeah.
here.
I was gonna say, I think when we were talking about earlier about them writing their raps, I think that back to the first tape, they definitely did have like, of course, somebody who was writing their verses for them, which is like, it's fine, like it's their first tape, they want to play it safe. But with these new ones, the tape 4, I can definitely tell that they had a lot more input onto
Mm,
their verses,
yeah.
especially with Harvey's because, Harvey, if I mean like if you guys haven't kept up recently with on social media, Harvey has gotten a lot of like backlash for whatever, for many different things, for whatever
And
reasons
that's
people
why I
come up with.
stay out of Twitter.
Yeah. Not only Twitter, but like Instagram and like TikTok and stuff. People were just like,
Why?
finding reasons to hate on Harvey. For I don't know, whatever reasons that they
Harvey is a
find.
joy.
But they I think one of the videos that she was getting most hate on was she was doing the stance trend to a song, like a South African song, and then everybody was like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you taking a thing when it's like a dance trend?" Like,
Hmm.
anyways, but Harvey was getting like specifically getting a lot of online hate. So I think that her having kind of a hand in her verse just fitted so well with like her. I guess if you want to call it a response, I guess it is a response, but it just fitted so well, especially with the timing with everybody else. So, uh, I don't even remember what I was saying at first. But I think it's a lot easier to see where they had their input on each of these
Hmm.
verses. Because there's a lot more of Gen Z lingo and slang that I'm seeing on their verses, like womp womp. Like that's a Gen Z thing. Like only
Is
Gen Z
it?
people
I
say
feel
that.
like I
No,
feel like
It's
we had that too.
yeah, we
I
had
mean,
that
you
like
guys
long
did,
time ago.
but
We had
I
that.
don't know how to explain
I like what in my days.
it. Back in my
Back
day,
in my
yeah.
Back
I
day.
in
mean,
my days.
it's
Mm.
just I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but the way that the womp womp came off in Harvey's tape was a lot more Gen Z coded, if that makes sense.
No,
Even though it's a slang
I
term
can
that's
feel that.
been
Yeah.
yeah,
It,
even though it's a slang term that's been used like for years and years, it felt right for her
Yeah.
in her age range, if that makes sense.
No. I
Um,
get what you mean.
but back to Maya's tape.
Hmm.
To say my favorite bar from that would be Pengu already said it, but it's
Hmm.
where
I
is
know
it?
what you're gonna say. I already know what you're gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah, you already know what I'm gonna say.
The
Say it.
destination
I spit like
manifested.
this, but look
No,
like
yeah.
no.
No, but it's the one after. It's the one before that. I started
It's,
from the
it's
one before that. I
oh, okay, okay.
yeah.
Um, I'm struggling to find it on the description, but I spit like this, look like that. To some y'all must be a complicated complexion, and it has
Hmm.
just so many different layers to it
It's so much
that
heat.
I had to sit down. Yeah, I had to sit down for like 15 minutes afterwards to like kind of delayer it as if it was like an onion or something, and just really take it in. It was such a good line.
It it's one of those things. So like the line before it and the line after it connect with it flawlessly too.
Mm,
Because
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's no
yeah.
hesitating, no time for resting. I spit like this, but look like that. To some of y'all, it must be a complicated, complex shit. I put the on. Could it be the X genetics, or could it be I'm sick of the same
Sick of the same
script
script.
for gimmicks? That
Yeah.
Mhm.
that is, if that's not like throwing shots at people, I don't know what is. It's yeah, it's mm.
There's just so many layers.
I have a different line.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
I actually really like the girl gang got zeros and commas. Yeah, I'm talking Yen $1 language.
Mm.
Only because
That's a
it
good
goes
one
back
too.
to all of their songs,
Yeah.
Mhm.
right? Girl gang, and then
Well,
it
that's
tells you where they're coming from, where they're you have the yen, the one, the dollar sign language,
sign
right? They
language.
did do sign language for girl gang, right?
Yeah.
So they're multilingual. Sign language is a language, right?
Hmm.
And I like just because girl gang has a special place in my heart because they did do like when they did the dance, I recognized the sign language, and I have friends who are deaf, and that holds a special place in my heart because I just I like seeing it, right? But I find that's the line I like the most because you have the callback.
Hmm.
I like her lyrics, but I'm gonna say something and no hate. No hate. Don't look at me like that. I
No,
find
go
her
for it, go for it.
lyrics the most simple out of
Mhm.
You think
the tape
so?
fours.
You think
Yep.
I actually feel like they're simple, but they do have the double entendres.
Yeah, I'm
Like
not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying that I'll look at Harvey's and I'll be like, oh, okay, okay, okay. Like the petty to their toes, no pedicure
Mhm.
saving them. I'm like, okay, clever, clever. But this one's very
Mhm.
simple, straightforward. Walk in the building feeling like $1,000,000,
mhm.
then go out with
Mhm.
a bang, right? Like I'm just like, okay,
Well,
okay.
that's also like the chorus part. It's like
Imagery, right?
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
and then we come in peace, but don't test. Like, where can I find something where there's like a metaphor or like imagery that I can look at and be like, oh, okay, that's very, very clever imagery that you've lyrically painted for me, right?
Mhm.
And again, I'm not saying this is bad because
She's
I
saying
love
it's
it.
bad. She hates it.
No, I'm gonna get so much hate from
Cancel
the Maya
Pengu.
fans. I love like the only shade sonar in front of my eyes. Yabba yabba yabba, right? Like
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, that's
I
a good
find
one
it
too.
like it is great because it's simple, right?
Mhm.
It's
I
very much like you get what you see, what you hear, and I do love it.
I feel like the
Mhm.
double entendres and stuff aren't there as much, but I feel like
Hmm.
the lyrics that she's saying require a certain flow to make them work, and she
Hmm.
did it so well that even though like
They're
the
all
lyrics,
different,
yeah,
you know.
even though like it's not like I feel like her cadence and everything is like on point throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I didn't feel like you know like sometimes you like listen to music and then they have like a rap verse no matter like what it is, not just like K-pop like XG etc. Sometimes they have like a verse and you're just like that's kind of cringy. Like I feel like
Mhm.
Maya didn't have a single one of those at all to me. Like I
Hmm.
felt like Not that like all the other ones do, but like I felt like hers, like I felt like the most like holy crap. And that's why I
Mhm.
think hers was the best.
Yeah. And to clarify again, I think they're very straightforward. They're
Mhm,
very
Mhm.
simple. They're very simple in that way that they're straightforward. And
mhm.
I very much like it. That's why I like all of them. Don't kill
I
me.
think
She
I see what you're saying though with Maya's being the most simplistic out of all of them, but I think that's such a good thing and it fits super well for her
Yes.
because Maya's the most fluent in English and
Mhm.
she's
Hmm.
very native. Like a native speaker
Yeah.
of English.
And this
And
is where I think
in
out of all of the out of the tapes,
Yeah.
5 tapes of tape 4,
or
you Maya had I think might have had more input,
Yeah, yeah.
mhm, yeah.
but I could be wrong.
I
I just think the English works. Sorry, I
no,
was just
go go go
continuing what
go.
I was saying.
No, no.
Um, I think the English works so well for Maya because, uh, in the English language, from like a writing point of view, we were taught that, or at least I was taught that, good writing is using as little words as possible to have the strongest impact.
Clear and
And
concise.
so, yeah, clear and concise, and that's entirely what Maya's is, and it's super cool to me because her tape, it looks simple on the surface, but once you like break it down and layer it, it has a lot of really hard hitting points that
Yes.
could very easily go over your head. It's like a sneak attack,
Yeah. I
and I think
I
that's super cool.
like jumping on that train. I think the end of it, like by the end of it, she's talking her shit. And that's
Mhm.
part of what I really like about it too. Is because like after the complicated complexion line, everything there is just like, you know what, I work hard, I do all this stuff. It's not like, I always give it on my all. Um, and if you keep pressing me, like I'm gonna blow up. So
Mhm.
it's like pretty much talking her shit, like, like I do all this stuff, like get over it. Um, yeah, I love it. It's it's so good. Oh man.
There's a lot I could talk about it for hours, but Coconas,
All right,
Yes.
let's do Cocona.
My girl.
Coconas, dude,
Cocona is a new Genesis.
My baby.
All
an icon.
right.
Oh, every time I see her, I'm just like, my baby, little baby.
Baby,
Ooh.
So Cocona
she's only
did
like a year younger than me.
a risky track, I thought. I thought Dirt Off Your Shoulder by
Mm,
Jay-Z.
Oh
It
yeah, so
it's
risky.
it's it's a difficult beat to rap on.
yeah.
Like it's a very hard beat to rap on. And
And
overall, I felt like
she
she did a pretty good job. There was a lot of Jay-Z references too on this.
It
She
was
did a great
so
job.
different. I was talking to brother about this on voice chat before, and Amanda while they
Mhm.
were on, because I think we're all about the same age. We
Oh.
were talking about like the Jay-Z education she gave us with
Mhm.
these lyrics. Like we just like we're like, okay, let's line up all the Jay-Z references and like line up the songs to it. Like, of
Yeah.
course, if you're feeling like a boss, go and brush your shoulders off. That's that shoulder brush,
Yeah.
right? Like
Duh. Yeah.
there's there's dirt off your shoulder, Jay Z, and then like there's all these references. She's just going off,
Mhm.
right? The only thing where I can see there's something a little bit different, and it wasn't just like a Jay Z education was like Thanos snapping over off my shoulder, unless Jay Z had talked about Thanos in one of his songs, but I don't think so. He hasn't
Mm.
had anything new since Marvel Civil War.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah.
threw in a Marvel reference for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it.
Yep. So this is
Yeah.
probably this isn't my favorite line, but I feel like this is also a stretch. I don't know if someone said this before, so I'm not taking credit for it. But like in the chorus part, she says, "When they be talking crazy, don't forget your girl." Is that not a Beyonce reference?
No, that's I think that's Jay Z.
Yeah, but Beyonce also has a like Crazy in Love, right? Because like
Um
Beyonce and Jay Z are obviously married.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that was or not, but like obviously like I'm whoosh. I forget. I forget.
No, no, no.
I
Go
don't know,
on.
maybe. It's a
I said
good
it was a stretch. I said it was a stretch. I don't think it is because like no one's mentioned it, and I'm like I don't know. Maybe I see crazy. I think Beyonce sometimes. Not that she's crazy, but she has a song.
Okay, hold on.
I mean,
Let me go
I
to that
couldn't tell you.
lyric. Um, I think that's part of the dirt off your shoulder. When they be talking crazy, don't forget your girl. So
Mm,
that's lyrically that part right before.
okay.
Um, uh,
Throw off your shoulders.
something be talking crazy. Don't forget your boys. Told you get that dirt off your shoulder. That's part of the Jay-Z lyric, but she changed it a little bit. Um, very happy that they blocked the N words in this song. So
Well, I
good
think
job,
they would know
Cocona.
better. You'd be
Good.
surprised. I know. I
Yeah,
know.
you'd be surprised. Some people just don't. So like, I'm like, first off, very like the
They
very simple thing, the most important thing they did, great,
Yeah.
right?
they got
Good.
that
Ladies
bit of
be big
cultural
bosses,
education.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
someone. That's why I'm like, someone gave them that cultural education.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
um, like 99. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
when I went through this, even though it was so simplistic and like it's so different from what Harvey and like Maya did, um, but it was just like it was so there was just so many Jay-Z lyrics and it was such a nod to Jay-Z.
Mhm.
And not saying I'm like a huge Jay-Z fan, but I did go to the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert when they came to Toronto back way then. And and like we grew up with
Yeah.
Jay-Z,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Where I am, right? 99 Problems, but each time I came, saw, conquered. That's one of his lyrics too.
Mm.
Put it on
Mhm.
repeat, encore. Repeat, encore, and then best rapper alive. All of these, like, just how this song came together lyrically. It was good, like you said. It was a risky song to do, only because like the beat is hard and like but it was like a good nod to Jay-Z. I liked
Mhm.
it for what it was. I thought it was like out of the songs they had, it was an education and
Yeah.
it was very they were very careful with this one
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
I liked it. I like that they were.
I
And the Galaxy Empire State of Mind, I'm just like, man, you guys are throwing up all the references.
I do think my preference. I thought it was a lot of Jay Z references, but compared to the other tapes, I felt like she didn't kind of strut her stuff for herself as much. Because they
Mhm.
felt like it was like you were saying, it's more like nods to Jay Z than it is to like Cocona. And I don't know if that was by design because tape two, obviously Cocona blew up. Like she was a
Yeah.
TikTok queen for that. And there's like references in the other tapes for that too. Like tape three B references, the kid went viral. So
Yep.
like I felt like it was more like I don't know if safe is the word, but like it definitely reeled her back in and then like went with the Jay Z references more so than kind of like showing off almost.
I
Which
felt like
I
Mm.
the cipher put her on the map.
yeah.
But like this one showed that technique wise and lyrically, she's she's like she would be someone who I use that word again, very educated
Yeah, yeah.
in hip
Mhm.
hop and rap and like the nods to like the homages to the people that came before, the shoulders that you're standing on, right?
Mhm.
And that's why with this I kind of see that it fits Kokona. Cuz I find out of the girls too, I feel like she has a lot of respect
Mhm.
for the people that came before, right? The
Mhm.
like the styles that came before, the hip hop and the R&B artists that they've been drawing inspiration from.
Yeah.
So that's my view on it.
Mm,
Juice, you got any final thoughts for Cocona before we head to Jurin?
I
Oh, weren't
do.
we gonna say what's our favorite bar?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, did you guys say your
I didn't say
favorite
mine.
bars already?
I thought there was
Oh.
like so many like Jay-Z references that I don't necessarily
Yeah,
have like a
all of
favorite.
them are like
Mm.
Jay-Z references, so there's not one where you're just like, oh, well, is this one? My criticism is that there's not much of Cocona in here.
Yeah, that's what I
Mm.
meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Because like she
think
Um,
clearly has the talent.
this is like
yeah.
she's practicing technique,
Hmm.
but not so much putting herself into it. Meanwhile, the previous one, she did put a lot of
Yeah.
herself into it.
Yeah.
But this is so simplistic, but C to the Izzo and that part, I love it, right? I'm like, yeah, C to
Huh.
the Izzo to the Izzy. I love that
Well,
song.
you can say N because it's Cocona. She was trying to spell.
Oh, I'm reading the lyrics here that I have on my
Oh.
screen, and it doesn't. I guess these lyrics suck, and they don't write it, so I'm just
Pretty
reading
sure
right
she
from
says N. I don't know.
it. To the Izzo, and it should be right. Anyways,
Mhm.
that's my favorite line.
Yeah. Or
I
juice.
think what I really like about Coconas is that because she already blew up previously with tape 2, we're already super familiar with her skill level as she
Mhm.
is as a rapper. And I think with this one, I think of it more as like she decided not to showcase her skill because we already know where her skill is. You
Mhm.
know, we don't need to see her outshine the other girls. Not that she would necessarily. It's more of like, I want to take this moment to step back and support the main message of this tape, which is addressing the haters.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's why a lot of Cocona's tape was more so just references to Jay Z because, you know, you're going to pick a really hard beat. You got to do them justice.
Yeah.
And so, and I think that's why it was a lot more laid back, I would say, than her previous works.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because we
Um,
already know where her skill level is. Like she obviously she's improved, but you know, her skill level isn't necessarily the motivation for this tape. And so I think that's why it's a lot more calm.
mm,
And I honestly really like it. But I would
yeah.
say my favorite bar for this was am I a gift and a curse for the culture? When I spit with these words, could it hurt you?
That's actually a good
Because
one.
it's a yeah, I really like that one because as she is like a very prominent rapper in the group XG, she's starting her career as a rapper in the rap and hip hop genre. And so obviously her not coming from black or African descent and her rapping coming from a Japanese descent, it's going to start a conversation regardless of when she raps. Is it good for the rap culture or is it bad? Or is it, you know, is she a successful artist or is it like something else, you know? So I think it's just something really cool to think about.
Yeah. I mean, it's also another like reference to a Jay-Z song.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how
Gift
I
and a
thought of it when
curse.
I
Blueprint 2.
yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
It's like a double thing.
Yeah.
That's how I
Uh
thought of it though when I heard it.
no,
So,
no.
Daniel,
I will
what about you?
say I liked how she ended with "Better get that dirt off Cocona."
Oh
Mm,
I
yeah.
thought
That
that was
that the
sick, yeah.
one time she strut her shit was at the end.
I
Uh,
loved how she said her name at the
yeah,
end when she said, "Get that
Cocona.
Mhm.
dirt off Cocona." I was like,
She
"Oh yeah,
knows
Yeah.
Cocona."
she knows she's that girl.
Mm-hmm. She's like, oh,
Love it,
I
love it.
was, I sound like I'm talking about Jay Z, but no, it's actually me.
Mm,
It is I, Dio. I mean, Cocona.
Mm.
mm. Well, but now let's move on to your bias,
My bias. No,
Juice. Not your
Your
bias. Is
bias?
it your bias?
no.
Your bias
Dano? What's going on?
Dano?
I was OT7 for the longest time. I'm Juria now.
He's
Juria gang. Risu
Yeah,
he's a
gang.
that's
Risu
Risu,
bias.
Risu gang.
All right, Jurin. Urine.
Jurin. Still
Stop.
hot.
I hate it so much.
What? Why?
I said
He said
urine.
urine.
Urine?
Urine.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mm,
because some
That's
reactors
so
say
funny
that.
to me.
But
Just
yeah,
because, like, J, yeah.
the
yeah.
J is silent.
And in some languages, yeah.
Yeah.
So people are like, is it urine or Jordan?
Urine.
All right. What
Oh
can
my
we say
gosh.
about
Okay.
Jurin?
Jurin.
Jordan's I really liked Jordan's tone in this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's super it's not like incredibly like headstrong and powerful like Maya, but it's
Mm-hmm.
more of a subdued powerfulness, which is kind of how she is in like everything that she does. It's she knows her power, but she doesn't need to flaunt it. She knows that she's that good, but she doesn't need to flaunt it, which makes it even better for me. Um Especially during the lines when she goes like too rare with the clarity, top integrity, graduated pedigree, got him shook and settling, and she was more just like talking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though rap
Mm.
is talking, she was more just like having a little conversation. And I think it was like a really cool dynamic to have with not only the previous rap verses of hers, but with everybody else's verses. Because it kind of pulls you in. You know, it's like when things are a lot more quiet, you gotta listen to it. So with her, it was a very good attention grabber. But I would say my favorite line for that is I don't want no beef unless it's Kobe grade.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I love
Because it was
Kobe's
just so
beef.
silly to me. Not only that, I just love food too. So it's like, oh my god, we reference food in this one. I could die happy. And I also my dog's name is also Kobe, which is like definitely not at all
Kobe.
related, but like he's in the room actually.
Kobe.
He's
Mm-hmm.
sleeping. He can hear you. But yeah, that's what I would say about that.
This one has a lot of references. Why did it zoom in? Because like
Like,
It's
he's
getting
saying
serious for
something.
some
I'm
Zoom in.
saying something. It has so many references, like in the lyrics,
Yeah.
different bars. It's hard to pick one. I actually thought like a lot of them were like top level. Um,
They
I
were all so top level. I'm just with this one. I'm like, oh, okay, keep going, and I'll tell you later.
the only bar that is like a bit of a like you probably didn't write this is the Shay Shay one.
Yeah,
The
that came out of nowhere.
that if that wasn't there, I would have like Jurin wrote this. But like yeah, as soon as Shay Shay popped out, I was like, there's no way she wrote that.
Well,
She's
like
not
No way
watching
she
Shay
wrote
Shay.
that.
nobody's watching Shay Shay in XG,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right, except for your ghostwriter, which now we know you have. Sorry, Jaren. Right?
That one definitely kind of outed the ghostwriter, but she definitely you can still
Yeah.
see the parts where she did
Yeah.
probably write it.
I think
Watch. She's gonna be like, I do watch Shay Shay,
yeah.
right?
Hey,
And
I
we'll be
would
We're all
like,
just
if they
clowning her.
do,
oh,
great. But that's also like a whole different story.
yeah.
The keep it raw, no kayfabe bar, the walking
Mm,
infants, well, elephants.
Mhm,
Can't read the room. That bar.
mhm,
Both of
yeah.
those top notch. Um, yeah, I think the callback to Fire Flame Flavor is also really good too.
mhm.
Mm.
What's funny is a lot of reactors. I watched a lot of reactors. Like they're like, "Oh, Jurin, she got the Fire Flame Flavor," and then she brings it up instantly as soon as it starts. It's so good. I love it. I felt like she did have the shortest one though.
Mm,
She did have the shortest one.
It went by so fast,
It
right?
well, it didn't just
yeah.
go by. It was the shortest one, like time wise. She also had the least verses in hers
Mhm.
because Cocona was pretty like a lot of verses. Harvey was a decent amount. Maya was a decent amount. Jurin didn't have a lot and also was shorter, but she did like do a lot of like movement stuff and then a lot of attitude. So yeah, I think I'm not ranking them. Jurin's my second favorite.
Mm. Not ranking them, eh? Mm.
She literally put a name and
Um.
a number.
Mm. Yeah. You're like, I'm not
If it
ranking them.
happens, it
Fishy's
happens.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just this was I couldn't even say much about Jurin's. Like I had a lot to say about like after each of these came out, we were all in the voice chat. So if people want to talk about XG again, are what who are we again now with the space station? Like
Space
usually
station.
we're in the voice chat right after a release, the night after the release to talk about it and rewatch it and like break it down, right? So
Mhm.
we talked about Harvey's, we talked about Maya's and Cocona's, and then when Jurin's came on, I was just like, I don't know what to say. I
Yeah.
have nothing to say because it was so good, right? I don't have to have a criticism, right? Like probably, but I like the Shay Shay thing, right? I was like, oh, who did this? Um, yeah, I just really liked it. I I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
It's Jurin, right? Like it. All I can say is like I remember the behind the scenes for like Shooting Star when they were recording and Jurin went to record, and after the first take they were like, "Yeah, we're good," and she's like, "Yep," and they're like, "Yeah, perfect," and I was like, "That's freaking Jurin, A1
Damn,
flawless.
that's how you
Get
know
out of
you're
here."
good at your job, yeah.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, I don't know what I can say. It's just I can
I
re-listen to
will.
this.
I will say because this is also a line that like goes over people's heads. The last line of the chorus going into the first line of her like actual like verse connects so well. It's I ain't 5'9", Royce to 5'9" reference, but this little giant knows what's
Mm.
realer than hip hop. Okay,
Hmm.
call it what you want. X pop stirring up the pot. So like it's another like what we were talking about a little bit with
Mm.
like people probably won't like us for being interested in like hip hop and stuff, but like that's part of hip hop. So I thought that was I want to point that out. Pengu, go back.
I don't know what to say. Like I said, Jen has me speechless a lot of times where I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like,
Yeah,
what
because
can
you're
I say
Jurin
about
bias.
you? Oh, no, I'm not.
What?
I'm not. I'm OT7. I love all of
Yeah,
them.
we're gonna
Look straight
meet.
into the camera and say you're not.
Yes, show your
I'm
penguin
not.
face. We're gonna
I'm
meet Pengu in the final
not.
destination in Toronto for the world tour, and
Yes.
she's gonna be like,
Fingers
"Yeah,
crossed.
I am a Jiren bias."
No.
She'll.
I was saying to someone, I don't remember who, but if we ever had the meet and greet, it would be the worst because I would go to everyone and be like, "You're my favorite," and then move on to the next one and be like, "You're my favorite," and the one
Yeah,
before would be like, "Said that about me."
you can't
That
just
would be
say.
Maya. Maya would be like, "You said I'm your favorite."
Like, "You're all my favorite. You're all my favorite." It's like how I tell my nephews, my oldest nephew, I'm like, "You're my favorite oldest nephew," and then my youngest nephew, I'm like, "You're my favorite youngest nephew." And they're all like, "Well," and I'm like, "You're the only oldest nephew, idiot." So, yeah, I my favorite line on this is also the Kobe grade one because I used to live in Kobe,
Mm,
right? And I love Kobe beef. That's
would be
that's the
interesting
reason
to
why.
try.
Mm,
That's it.
never had
I
it.
love it. Oh, if they give you different grades of Kobe beef in Japan, get
Hmm.
all of them.
What do you
Just
mean?
one,
Okay,
two,
step
three. Like they'll just be like, this is like the cheaper one, this is like the better grade one, and this is the top grade one. Just get all three of them and try all three.
Okay.
And then you'll know the
step one,
difference
go to
between like,
Japan.
yeah,
Oh,
step one, go to Japan. Two,
check.
try all the Kobe beef. And there's like, is it the Miyazaki? Miyaz Man, there's like so much beef to try. You're gonna have so much fun on Deno.
I didn't know penguins ate beef.
See,
Her face sounded.
people people don't know this, but most animals are omnivores. Even
Mm.
horses eat meat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's good
People
to
also
know.
don't know this, but Pengu is not actually a Pengu. You know what people also don't know? That Jurin used to be a professional
God
snowboarder.
damn.
Did I get it? Did I get you with
Yeah,
that one? Did I
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah. I actually, as soon as you said Jurin, I'm like, oh, she's about to say it. There's no stopping it now.
June's probably tired of this shit.
What
Sorry,
were we
but
talking
can you
about?
beep that out?
All right.
You have no idea how
um.
hard it
You
was
guys
for me
ready
to
for
not curse.
the last one? You can curse. I'm already not
Oh,
monetized,
Oh, okay.
but it's preferred not to, so I
shit.
could
All
get
right.
monetized.
I'm gonna try my best for the kids.
Yeah, for the kids. Um, so
Right.
the last one was trampoline with all four of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Almost forgot about it.
Yeah, no, it's couple iconic parts in here. I think there's
Oi
some,
oi oi oi
yeah,
oi.
boy, oi,
Oi
oi.
oi oi. Oi 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 oi.
Probably not gonna spend a lot of time on this one because like each of them had like pretty good lines, pretty good like distribution, all that
Mhm.
stuff. Um,
This was
I
just fun.
Yeah, it was a fun song.
Yeah.
It was also a short
Yeah.
song. It was based off like the David Guetta song with like the other people in it. Um,
Missy Elliott,
yeah.
Missy.
Gatsby.
Um,
Always a fun time.
the main thing I'm probably gonna bring up about this is a lot of people got upset about being Simon being mentioned or Jacobs.
I didn't think you
Yeah.
would mention this.
Huh?
I didn't think you would mention this.
I just want to put it out there, like like he's a CEO. Like
Mhm.
what are people supposed to? But I think it's also reasonable because like they're trying to like market themselves as like a close knit like crew, right?
Mhm.
Like it's not just like Simon that they're close to. It's like all of their like staffing and stuff like that because they like grew together while they were training
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I feel like it's not. I mean, obviously you don't want to hear like jakops at the beginning of every song like JYP did for a while, but you do want to like give props to like when it's due, right? And like they're not
Mhm.
mentioning him in every single song, so I feel like I don't know. I just feel like people are a bit butthurt over that, but to each their own. Anyway, speaking of the CEO,
Mhm.
woke up coming out soon, a couple weeks away. Simon had an Instagram live. He teased what seems to be the chorus of "Woke Up." I'm not sure if you guys heard it or not, but it's hinata rapping, the chorus part, and kind of just quickly, like, what do you guys think?
I
Yes.
mean, there's there's not much to really think about because it's like 15
It's a teaser.
seconds
It's
of
a
it.
teaser. Yeah.
It's a little
Mhm.
teaser. Um, I'm intrigued, mainly because we're already familiar with the rap line doing showing off their skills, but we really have not ever really seen the vocal line rap. And
Hmm.
so I'm very intrigued on how it's gonna go. I mean, I do have like full trust and faith that they're gonna do well, but I'm very curious to see what each of their tones is gonna be like as rappers.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. It'll be interesting.
Mhm.
Obviously, Juria is a like a main rapper, but um, I do am very curious about how it's gonna be or like what kind of flavor they're gonna add to it, or if it's
Mhm.
gonna be like singy rap or something like that.
Yeah.
Hmm. I am keeping my expectations real low.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Not because I expect it to be bad, but that's what I always do. I just want to be super surprised when they like exceed my expectations.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. If I keep them high, then like I don't know. That's what I always do. I keep my expectations low
Yeah.
for everything.
I always like try to not even set an expectation
Hmm.
just so I can like look back and judge it from my own point of view.
Hmm. All right. Well, we'll take a break there, and then when we come back, we'll start the game. And we are back with the game. So Products 3 just rolled out. Obviously, I'm sure everyone bought all the Tamagotchis. and maybe got the little fan thing too. Uh, so
The
I
pen.
decided, why not make a bunch of random merch ideas and then pitch it to xgalx in a way, maybe. What we're gonna do is have a merch draft. So Pengu and Juice are going to pick, depending on who goes first, uh, one of the things, and then they'll go through and then go one by one. The thing is, though, they have a budget. So as you can see, there's prices for each of those items. So just because you have the first pick, you still have to watch out and make sure you're not going over your budget for the full thing. Um, how much money do you think would be appropriate to like start with?
I need all the money.
All the money? Okay, well, yeah, I guess you can afford everything.
uh,
I think on average in the
maybe
space
like
station server, most people were spending like $400, like 300 to 400.
yeah, I was gonna say 400 just because your most expensive one is 300 on here.
Okay, so
But oh yeah, wow.
yeah. Hey, that's kind of what they go for.
Hmm.
All right, so we got
That's true.
400. We're starting off with 400. Juice, you're our guest, so you'll be going first. So
Okay.
with the first pick in the xgalx merch draft,
Hmm.
what do you pick? Oh, actually, what color do you want? I forgot to ask.
Oh, you can. Hmm. You can color drop like the little yellow that's in my profile pic, I guess, so it looks uniform.
Okay, hopefully I can do it.
You should be able to if you just like screenshot it and
Yeah, I
then
got it. I
get
got
the
it.
hex code. Yeah, got it.
It's
Good.
kind of poopy.
Oh, okay. Then do the red. If it. Yeah, it does kind of look weird.
It's a little poopy.
It's a little
It's a little poopy. I'm just gonna. Let's just do like red.
the red
Okay.
or the green or
Yeah.
some
Let
anything.
me
Okay.
okay reset that one. All right. So for the first pick, what do you pick?
Number 14, the sunglasses.
Oh, she's going for
I'm
the
a big
sunglasses.
spender.
All right. So
I'm a
she's
big spender.
already down to $100.
Oh
She's
yeah, that's all
going
I need to know.
heavy on. All right. Let's see. White red. Okay. So Juice has the Oakley
Yep.
sunglasses.
Just
All right.
because I'm a fashion girly and sunglasses make or break an outfit.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. That's reasonable. They got the XG flare. I don't know what that means, but that's just the item description. I'm
Hmm.
sure xgalx can take it from here and work with Oakley on that. Pengu, what the number 2 pick? What do you decide?
I will have. Hmm. I'll do number 16, the Olympic weight plates.
So
Yeah.
There's
that is
only one.
one. So another
What?
person can get that one, I will say, because
Oh,
there's only
really?
one.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
Oh
Then
yeah.
I
So
want
you can do back to back in your rounds.
15 then.
The 15-pound one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure why Juice would want to block you from getting the second plate, because then she would have just one plate too. Actually, I did the
We
wrong.
matching. We could lift our little XG weights together.
Yeah.
All right,
There we
Pengu,
go.
I'm gonna make
We're
you
family.
Pengu. I'm gonna make you yellow. Okay. Ah, crap! I did the wrong one.
Are the toe socks what I think they are?
Yes. If
Oh god.
it's
Okay.
that what you're thinking, yes.
Okay.
All right, so the Dumbo set is $35. So
Mhm.
let's see, 400 minus 35,
375. Oh,
365.
so
Mhm.
365.
Okay. So Pengu's down at 365. She's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juice
Yeah.
with the third pick. What do you
Uh-huh.
decide?
Number 10, Chisa's cookbook.
Chisa's cookbook. Okay,
Chisa's
okay.
cookbook. I would absolutely kill to have some of Chisa's recipes.
All
I
right.
barely even cook, but like I feel like they'd be good.
All right, we got Chisa's cookbook off the board. Pengu, hard decision.
16.
16. Okay, she's going.
Wait. Actually, no.
Okay.
17. Sorry, 17. That's 17.
17. Manga. Okay.
Ah,
Yeah,
Special
I
release
dang
love
it.
manga.
manga. It'll be everyone as like a character. All right. Let's see.
Dang it, Pengu.
14. Okay. So you're down to 351. Juice has
348,
70.
right?
Is it?
Oh,
365 to
oh,
350.
sorry. I'm bad at math.
I'm also bad at math.
I'm using the calculator on my phone.
I'm also using the calculator on my phone.
Oh,
Good
I'm
God.
using the calculator, but I put in the wrong number.
Oh.
I put 17, like number 17.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I'm not very good at what I do. All right, your
Okay.
turn, Juice.
Juice's turn.
Okay. Question for number 4. Is
Okay.
it one clip or 2 clips? Or
So
is it like a pair?
it's one clip. So
Oh,
like you
okay.
know how like on headphones they have like some people buy like the bunny ones
Uh-huh.
or bunny ones or like Nick Dano's like his girlfriend made him something and it like sticks out from it.
Oh, I was thinking of like the ones that go on the ear cuffs, like on the
Oh.
Apple earmuffs ones.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. But that's a
Oh,
good idea.
okay.
xgalx, get on it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like a clip that goes up
Um,
here and it's like
Oh,
the
yeah,
alpha
yeah, yeah.
it's
oh, okay,
a
okay.
Alphaz logo.
Okay. Then I'll go with I assume brimless cap means beanie?
No. It's actually like one of these except know this part.
Oh,
Yeah. I I was looking
interesting.
for hats to take to Japan and I kept getting recommended brimless hats. That's why that's on there.
Honestly, I'll take one of those. So that sounds like an experiment for my wardrobe.
There you go. All right, so
Oh, okay, I know
75.
what you're talking about. Yeah, those look nice.
Juice is down to 40. Ooh.
Yep.
I actually got those shades. All right, let's see. Juice is
Quality,
red.
not quantity.
There you go. All right, Pengu.
Mm, I am going to go with XG toe socks.
I'm surprised someone did it.
Penguin. Can we put them on the little penguin feet, please? Can we edit
That
those
would be
on
I,
the
great.
I I don't have her penguin feet on the on the thing.
I love it.
No,
I have toe
not for
socks in real
free.
life.
Do you really?
Not for free.
Oh
I
my
do.
god. Are they? I mean, I'm
How
sure
Don't
they're
judge.
comfortable. I'm not
They're
judging.
comfortable. I also have the ones where it's just like the two toe that's
Oh, like the
spread
the
out.
big toe and then
Yeah,
the rest.
and the rest, yeah,
Mm.
because I have like the when I was in Japan, I did have like one of those yukatas, and I went to like festivals and stuff.
Uh,
So those were great to wear.
Hmm. Cool. I mean, I guess it makes more sense if we're wearing like slippers and stuff.
Mhm. And indoor slippers.
Yeah. All right.
Don't worry, everybody hates them too. Yeah. Everybody that's ever seen me in them.
All right, Juice. You are down to $40.
yep.
What you got going for you?
All I have to do is wait for her to run out of money.
Because I'm only getting the stuff that honestly I would actually want. So
What do you,
that's fine with me.
what do you mean? You don't want the
Um,
dryer ball?
Yeah,
no,
get the dryer ball.
I just get tennis balls, bro.
Okay, okay.
They're
Let's
even
be
cheaper.
low cost.
Let's see.
But what if they were signed?
Mm. And
Mm.
going in your
All right,
dryer.
Juria, signed by Juria and gone in the dryer. I think I'll go with the bandanas,
The
the number
bandanas.
12.
Okay, it's the
Mm-hmm.
6-pack. That's $30
Mm-hmm.
right there. So you're down to $10.
Yep.
Going out in flames. All right, Pengu.
That was a good choice, though. Hmm.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see. I have like $331 on it.
Yeah, you got a lot.
You got a lot, dude.
I will do the. Yeah, I can choose anything I want
Yeah,
because the only thing she can choose is like 20 and 1, right?
Like 3 things, yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean,
The
like
Spider-Man
the hair
costume.
clips, since there's 7 members, she could do like 2 of those,
Yeah,
or
if I
like,
wanted to.
yeah,
Okay. Well, I'll just get the Tamagotchi.
with the puppet show one.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 60. Man, I wish they actually released that one because it actually was kind of cool looking. All right, Juice, down to your last 10.
My last one is gonna be number 20.
Number 20. Okay, so one of
Yep.
which member do you want?
Um, Probably Cocona.
Oh, Cocona,
Oh
Jurin,
no!
Jurin.
No, I think she'd have like a really cool design,
Okay,
a really
okay,
cute
that's
design.
fair. That's fair. Let me
I
catch up
just want you
on.
to know that you broke Jurin's heart.
Jordan will live. She'll be fine.
Should be
She doesn't even
fine.
know who I
She's
am. She'll be
fine.
fine.
She's gonna watch this and
She
be
doesn't
like,
care.
tear.
She don't care.
All right. I guess I can choose whatever I want now, right?
Yeah,
I'll have two of
Yeah.
the the two of the Olympic weights.
2 of them. Okay,
Yep.
so each one's $80. So
So that's
$160 right there.
160. Yeah. So I only have $111 left. I'll
Okay,
take the coin purse.
coin purse. So that's
Spare change.
$30. Spare Durin, Juice needs some.
Spare change.
All right.
I'll take the handkerchief, which is the number 6.
Okay.
I'm left with $61. Man, I still have so much money. This is great. This is not like real life.
Where is okay, handkerchief.
I feel like we're at an arcade and we're like choosing which prizes we want.
Yeah.
hmm
Our handkerchief
You
was
have
20,
61
so
tickets left.
61. Okay, so
$61. And then, you know what? I'll take all 7 of the members and ammo pins. So
ooh,
that's 49.
the
Wow.
enamel pins is I am lost. I don't even know where I am anymore.
Number
Okay,
20.
number 20. Wait, did you pick number 20? Juice?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't you can pick 6 of them because Juice got Cocona.
Wow. Oh, that's heartbreaking. So plus $7.
Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna have to trade.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
How much is
Uh-oh.
Cocona worth for you?
Mm, we'll see.
Is she worth
Uh,
$14 for the manga special release?
no, I'm keeping the manga.
No.
That was one I really wanted. I was like, ooh, manga special
That would
release.
be cool though. They should do it.
That would be,
xgalx,
yeah.
nudge,
Like
nudge.
the little wolves that they did for HITC.
Mm-hmm.
He's so
That'd be
cute.
cute.
So I have
Sorry, continue.
$19 left.
Okay, so you're doing 6 of them? You're doing 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 7 times 6, 42.
$19 left. What do I do? Hair clips.
USB-C charging cables.
2-pack. Uh, uh, okay, yeah, I'll just get the charging cable. Oh no, I have to choose a person?
Yeah.
Yep.
$15 per member. Those cables are expensive. I had to do some research on like relative prices for things and then I like
hmm
marked it up because obviously.
hmm
Yeah, those cables are expensive.
They
Yep.
really are.
Yeah,
I'm
super
surprised.
expensive.
I'm surprised you haven't done the 8-pack scrunchies.
I don't need scrunchies.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
surprised she got the toe socks.
Yeah, I'm
I
actually
love
very.
toe socks. I love toe socks.
You don't
Okay,
want a
okay.
Nintendo 3DS Alphas carrying case?
I
Here's
have
$19.
$19.
I know.
$19, sure. I'll
Yeah.
give you $1.
She does have
Give me a
$3.
dollar. No, you know what? I
You want the wool dryers, don't you?
There's not really anything else I want, actually.
Oh, no headphone clip, no
Nope.
hair clips.
Nope.
But
If you had like a
you could
hair,
send
like if you had like a hair band or something, or some
Mm.
kind of like, then maybe because I need it for the gym.
Do you want to buy multiple of the Spider-Man 2 PS5 DLC costume
No,
with
I
the
don't.
Woke Up? Okay. Well,
I'm
You
done.
can't even have multiple, like, costume files.
Ah,
That wouldn't even work. You'd be giving it to somebody
just
else.
just it's a gift version. All right,
yeah. Do
so
you wanna
$19
wanna be?
left.
Yeah, I am okay. I'll keep that 19.
Okay. All right.
Woohoo, an extra
So
19 to spend on food.
all right, so I'm gonna go through. Pengu got the Alphaz logo coin purse, the
Mm-hmm.
handkerchief, the puppet
Yay.
show Tamagotchi, the one that's at the end of the music video that like everyone's like, oh, they're getting Tamagotchis, and then they actually did. Um, she got the 15-pound dumbbell set with the 2 times 2.5 pound, 2 times 5 pounds, so pretty, not too heavy. But then she got heavy ones. She got two of
Mm-hmm.
the 45-pound Olympic weights, both of them.
Can't believe
And
there are weights.
huh? Hey,
Can't believe there are weights.
listen. We weren't expecting a lot of things and products too. I'm keeping that spirit alive. Xg manga special release volume 1. Okay. xgalx, please do this. XG toe socks, which you get 2 pairs. There's 4 total.
Mhm.
Because why not?
Worth it. Worth it.
And then individual member design enamel pin. She got everyone except for Cocona.
Ah, so sad.
Ah,
So sad. You got blocked.
Oh no.
All right.
I could have had the full set.
Now Juice went the
Womp womp.
yeah, one ball. Juice went the I guess fashion route. She got the bandanas, brimless cap,
Mhm.
Oakley sunglasses, and she's into food. Chisa's cookbook. Who do you
Mhm.
think won? Don't have to answer that. We don't have to actually decide. We'll let the comments decide.
I'm very happy with my purchases.
Hey, I mean, if you're happy with them, that's all that matters, honestly.
I am too, except I want that Cocona enamel
See,
pin.
this is where you
We want
this is
other
like
things. Pengu.
people going for photo cards. This is what's gonna happen. Like, oh, I wanted that one.
Hmm.
Now you're trying to get a second hand. You're trying to trade things.
I just need to collect all of them. Once
There
I
you
have,
go.
like, if I only had 2, then I'd be like, okay, okay, I only have 2, 3, okay, okay. But I have 6,
I'm
and I'm only missing
actually
1.
I'm actually surprised they don't have enamel pins already, because
They're gonna make them.
Don't they?
they're definitely gonna make them. Because Hinata mentioned enamel pins in her blog.
Oh no,
Mm,
they have the keychains.
Yeah, they have the key change, and those are
it's gonna
big.
be during the world tour, I bet you.
Mhm.
Yeah, products 4, make it happen.
Woo!
All right.
Woo!
So with that, we will end it here.
Yay!
Juice, it's been a pleasure having you on, having the voice of reason between the two
Yeah.
chaotic people here. Um,
Thanks for
But
having me.
I'm I'm a paragon of peace and
your cheeks are jiggling
You're
every time you say
you
that.
you already
I'm
stopped. You already lost me at
I
Paragon. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
I
A
couldn't
penguin
continue
gone.
lying.
A penguin gone.
I was like, how do
Paragwen.
I keep going? The lies are just not coming out of
She's
my
getting
mouth.
lost in her lies. All right, Juice, where can we find you if you want to be
Um,
found?
I will shout out my Twitch, I guess.
Hmm?
I'm usually pretty active over there at Juice with 3 eyes on Twitch. I stream mostly Valorant when it decides to work,
Mm-hmm.
and lots of variety games.
Juice is a great
Yeah.
Valorant player. I
Yeah,
know because I
Um,
watched.
when the game works, right?
Mhm.
yeah.
All right, Pengu, you got anything to shout out?
You can find me on Space Station. I'm usually on voice chat during the weekdays, weekday nights.
Hmm.
I don't know why not weekends. Weekends are times for me.
Oh, okay. All
Why did your
right.
eyes go wide?
It was spicy. Spicy Pengu.
No, it's just
Oh,
the week's usually just really hard for me. And then
Yeah.
like weekends I
yeah,
just sleep until 3 p.m.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Cool,
I'm
cool.
also on Space Station, I guess.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
we're all
find us on
space
Space
age.
Station.
Yeah.
We're a good bunch and we like to hear from new people. Just pop into voice chat. Don't think that it's like a clique. I don't know
Yeah.
why some people think that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah,
But come on.
Discord.gg/alphas. Yeah, we got alphas. So what?
What?
The link. The link.
Okay.
You know,
Wow, okay, well with that we're gonna end it right there. See ya.
what was that?
Yippee.
I don't know.
Uh,
Bye.